Hey guys, everyone's day is going well. So today I've got a very exciting yo for review. This right here is the YoYoFriends Koi. This is a really cool organic throw from YoYoFriends, their first one ever, and I'm super excited to be reviewing it for you guys since this is a really sweet yo-yo. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Alright, so before we get any further, I do have to give shoutouts to YoYoFriends for sending me this yo. They've been a supporter of my channel for a really long time, and I really appreciate the generosity in making this entire review possible. So as usual, I'm going to have all their links and social media accounts down below in the description, and be sure to check them out if you guys are interested in learning more about them. But moving right along, let's get into this review. First things first, we're going to show the specs of this yo. Be sure to pay close attention to these because they are pretty irregular, and they give you a good idea about what this yo is all about. Alright, so let's take a quick look around this yo-yo. So first off, you can see this is a very interesting yo-yo just based off the specs themselves. You can see that the width of the yo-yo is actually really darn small. Like, you don't really see that many yo-yos that are this thin, so it's pretty interesting that they chose to have a kind of smaller shape. The diameter in general is just coming in at a pretty standard size of 56 millimeters, so it's pretty interesting. The weight coming in at 65.91 grams is a little on the heavy side, but as we'll talk about later in the video, it doesn't necessarily play like that. And then finally, the material is 7068 aluminum, which we love to see. It's a premium grade of aluminum. It makes this yo-yo feel a whole lot cooler. So now let's talk a little bit more about this design of this yo-yo. So we're gonna start with the shape. This is a purely organic shape. There is no denying it. It is just completely organic, a perfect O shape right there. That is your classic organic shape, and it looks nice. It looks really well done. As I talked about before, the width is a little bit smaller than normal, so you can see that gap width is just a little on the small side, but in general, this is meant to be a fun and just kind of throw around yo-yo, nice pocket-sized throw, and so that's why they chose to have this kind of, standard organic shape. Now, moving on over to the cup, here's where things get a little bit more interesting. So we can see, first things first, check out that really cool koi engraving. Very nice design right there. Love the logo, love the font. Really nice looking. The rim right there is pretty darn thick. You're gonna add a nice amount of rim weight, and then in the middle, we've got this kind of raised up nub in the center, which is very interesting. That's gonna add a little bit more center weight. It's a very smart design in general, and I really like the design choice by having that nub. I think it fits this yo very well. Now, real quick, I wanna compare it to the Throw Spiral Kappa, because that's another yo that's kind of fairly organic and looks kind of similar to this. And as you can see, the Throw Spiral Kappa is definitely a little bit more on the large side. It's got a larger width, and it has a more, not so intense organic shape. I'd say it's got a little bit more of an H shape with a little bit more opened up gap right there. So you can just kind of see the difference here between a yo that has definitely a more kind of serious organic shape, aka the koi, and then a yo that has a more kind of refined or modified organic shape like the Throw Spiral Kappa. Just thought I could do a little quick comparison right there. But in general, this yo looks really great. I love the nub in the middle. I think that was a great design choice, and this color is also phenomenal. It's kind of this really nice pink that fades to a really nice lavender. So really great looking yo-yo off the bat. Well designed as well. Alright, and so now what you guys have been waiting for, how does this thing feel on the string? And so I want to start this play section off by just talking a little bit more about the weight of this yo and how it feels on the string. So I mentioned before that the weight of this yo is a little bit on the heavy side. However, on the string, this yo doesn't really feel heavy at all, and if anything, it feels a little bit on the light. It's a really interesting feel that they have, but I can say that this almost feels a little bit on the light side, which is super interesting. Again, this is, on the specs sheet, it said it was pretty heavy, but in general, this really doesn't feel like a heavy yo on the string. First things first, this yo has a great ring to it. It's got a really nice metallic sound. I'm gonna put some clips right here that you can enjoy, but really great sound to it. And yeah, one of the first things I noticed is that this yo has a shockingly large amount of power. So I think they've kind of snuck in a good amount of rim weight into this yo because it really has way more stability and power than I expected. I think it's also balanced really nicely with that nub in the center, adding a little bit of center weight. So it's not overbearing rim weight, it's just really nice. Additionally, this yo is most definitely fun. In general, on the string, it just feels really nice and playful, almost. If there was a way to describe this yo, I would say it's very playful. It's very satisfying to throw. You're gonna really enjoy the sound and the feel of it. And on the string, it just moves very nicely. As I mentioned before, it's definitely not a heavy yo in my opinion. And so, as a result, on the string, it just felt really nice and simplistic and really chill. One thing I did notice is that this yo had a little bit slippy binds. I'm using some pretty standard string right here. This is Kitty Fat. And I noticed that my binds were slipping every now and then. However, it's not a huge problem. Just put in some more grippy response pads or some thicker string and you should be fine. I just noticed that right off the bat, the binds were just a little bit on the slippy side. Now, talking about the finish of this yo, we've got a super smooth and matte finish on this yo. It's really nice, really good feeling in the hand. And what that is gonna do is it's gonna make it great for grinds. You can really hit any of your grinds on this, finger grinds, palm grinds, horizontal palm grinds, finger spins. you know, really whatever you want. They feel great with this yo-yo. This yo-yo is also very, you know, nice and solid, so it's gonna spin for a good long time, very powerfully. Really, really like this feeling. All right, and so that's about it for my review of the YoYoFriends Koi. In general, I found this yo-yo to be really, really high performing and really fun as well. I think this is kind of a no-brainer if you're looking for a nice and fun organic yo that you can hit most of your tricks on. The gap width is a little bit on the small side, so it's not like the easiest to hit your most complex tricks on, but if you're just looking for a nice fun yo that's not gonna really, you know, be a bad performing yo, I think it's a great choice. In addition, the price isn't too bad. I think coming in around $45 or so. That's not too bad for a really high quality yo-yo like this one that's made of 7068 aluminum. So again, I highly recommend it. All right, and so that's about it for my video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you did enjoy this video and learned something new, be sure to hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And also, if you guys are new here and haven't seen my videos before, hit that subscribe button. I post videos just about every single week. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.